The world has become loud. Opinions everywhere, constant noise, endless information, pressure and urgency. In a world that never slows down, staying calm feels harder than ever. The Stoics lived in turbulent times, wars, political chaos, uncertainty, yet they trained themselves to remain steady within today. We'll explore how Stoic wisdom helps us stay calm in a loud, chaotic world, not by escaping life, but by responding to it with clarity and inner control. The Stoics understood something important. Chaos is not new. Marcus Aurelius ruled during war and plague. Seneca lived under political danger and instability. Epictetus was born into hardship. Yet they all taught the same principle. The world outside is often uncontrollable, but the mind does not have to be. The Stoics believed calm begins when you stop trying to manage everything around you and start governing what happens within you. Not every noise deserves your attention. Not every opinion deserves your reaction. They saw the world as a mix of things we can control and things we can't. The noise of politics, the opinions of others, the constant stream of events, these are external. They are outside our control. Our response, however, is entirely within our control. This is the foundation of Stoic tranquility. The goal isn't to silence the world, but to find a quiet space within yourself, unaffected by the storm outside. You start to see that the real disturbance isn't the noise itself, but your reaction to it. Chaos only becomes overwhelming when you let it inside. The Stoics teach us to build a mental fortress, a place where external events can't disturb our inner peace. So, how do we begin to build this fortress? It starts with where we place our focus. Stoic philosophy places great importance on attention. Epictetus taught that we suffer not because of events, but because we give them power through our judgments. Where your attention goes, your peace follows. In a loud world, calm requires selectivity. You don't need to consume every piece of news. You don't need to engage in every argument. You don't need to absorb every expectation placed on you. The Stoic learns to guard attention carefully because attention shapes the mind. Imagine your attention is a spotlight. In a dark, chaotic room, you can either swing it around wildly, illuminating every scary corner and fleeting shadow, or you can aim it deliberately at what matters. When you're constantly scrolling, reacting to every notification, and jumping from one outrage to the next, your spotlight is out of control. Your mind becomes fragmented and anxious. But when you consciously choose where to direct that light, you regain power. You decide what enters your mind and what stays out. This isn't about ignorance, it's about wisdom. It's knowing that your mental energy is a finite resource, too precious to be wasted on things that don't serve your well-being. A calm mind is a focused mind, one that has learned to say no to the endless distractions fighting for its attention. Stoics trained themselves to pause. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself not to be dragged along by appearances. When something provokes you, an email, a comment, a stressful situation, pause, breathe. Observe the impulse without obeying it. This space between stimulus and response is where your power lies. Reaction feeds chaos. Response restores calm. This pause is where Stoic self-control lives. Calm people are not passive. They are disciplined. Think about it. Our automatic reactions are often emotional and unhelpful. Someone cuts you off in traffic, and the instant impulse is anger. You get critical feedback, and the knee-jerk reaction is defensiveness. These impulses are like wild horses, ready to bolt. The Stoic practice is to grab the reins before they do. That brief moment of pause allows you to ask, is this reaction useful? Does getting angry help me? Will defending myself solve the problem? More often than not, the answer is no. The pause allows your rational mind to step in. It gives you the chance to choose a response that is deliberate, effective, and aligned with your goal of maintaining inner peace. This isn't about suppressing emotion, but about managing it with wisdom. The Stoics valued simplicity. They believed excess creates disturbance, excess desire, excess speech, excess stimulation. Seneca warned that a crowded mind cannot be peaceful. Staying calm often means subtracting, fewer distractions, fewer unnecessary commitments, fewer mental battles. A simpler life supports a steadier mind. Calm is often the result of removing what does not matter. We live in a culture of more followers, more possessions, more goals, more things on our to-do list. The Stoics would argue this pursuit of more is a direct path to anxiety. Every new desire is a new potential source of disappointment. Every added commitment is another demand on your time and energy. Simplicity, for the Stoics, was a practical tool for tranquility. It means evaluating what truly adds value to your life and letting go of the rest. Do you really need to be on 5 different social media platforms? Do you need to say yes to every social invitation? Do you need to win every argument? By decluttering your external life, your schedule, your environment, your digital habits, you create space in your internal life. A mind that is constantly juggling 100 different things is a mind that has room to breathe, to think clearly, and to remain steady. Stoics practiced calm daily. It was not something they hoped for, it was something they trained for. They would reflect each morning on what challenges might arise. They reminded themselves that they would likely encounter frustration, criticism, and difficulty, and by expecting it, they prepared their response in advance. This is known as premeditation of evils, or premeditatio malorum *. It's not about being pessimistic, it's about being prepared. By visualizing potential obstacles, you rob them of their power to surprise and overwhelm you. You've already thought about how you will respond with virtue and composure. They also practiced other daily habits, like journaling to reflect on their actions, practicing moments of silence, and exercising restraint in their speech and desires. Calm was not left to chance. It was cultivated through consistent daily effort, through repetition. Steadiness became their default state. Just like an athlete trains their body, the Stoic trains their mind every single day, building the mental muscle needed to stay balanced no matter what happens. The world will remain loud. The Stoics never tried to quiet the world. They quieted themselves. Staying calm in chaos is not weakness. It is strength. It's the ultimate form of power. When you govern your attention, your reactions, and your inner state, the noise of the world loses its grip on you. You're no longer a leaf blown about by the wind, but a tree with deep roots, unshakable in the storm. This is the freedom the Stoics spoke of: freedom from emotional turmoil, freedom from reactivity, freedom to live a good, tranquil life no matter the circumstances. Walk forwards steady, disciplined, and calm. Thank you for watching. If this resonated with you, consider subscribing for more insights on building a resilient mind.